Yes, do keep your thoughts coming in on that. Alan says on Twitter, after 37 years together, I told my wife, you can check my emails and texts anytime you want. She replied, you've only said that because you know I don't know how to.
It's 7:45. This is Breakfast. These are the main stories this morning. Police also coming up on the programme. He's gone from being a...
Now, it would be everyone's dream to see some sunshine. So what has Matt Taylor got in prospect for us? Morning.
Very good. Very much. Steph. Now, talking about another big city name getting a grilling. Now, if you think that the weather over the past couple of months has spoiled your summer, spare a thought for farmers.
Yes, after the wettest June on record, many are struggling with their harvests as fields have become waterlogged. What does that actually mean for their future? Our reporter Charlotte Leeming is at one of the UK's biggest...
Romantic place to get married in the mud at the Royal Yorkshire Show. Time now to get news, travel and weather where you are.
See you in a moment.
Hello, this is Breakfast with Susanna Reid and Bill Turnbull.
Police in Essex hunt a gunman who killed an off-duty officer. Good morning. First, our main news this morning. Armed police have spent the night searching for a gunman who killed...
On sea, and a second man was seriously injured. Our reporter Jason Kay joins us now from the scene of...
very good morning to you, Vicky. Now, a very large number of Conservative MPs threatening to vote against the government, some at some political risk to themselves. So how is this vote likely to go?
Yeah, that's...
Did go ahead, Vicky. How would a new reformed House of Lords look? Well, they want Parliament. To find out more about the history of the Lords and what they do, we're going to be speaking to Professor of Politics, John Tongue, and to Baroness Meacher in about 10 minutes' time.
The Chancellor George Osborne is coming under growing pressure to apologise for appearing to suggest that the Shadow Chancellor Ed Balls was involved in the rate-fixing scandal. Yes.
Breaking news this morning about Marks and Spencer and a poor start to the year, and Steph joins us now.
Warnings of more flooding in parts of the UK today. Heavy rains expected in the Midlands, parts of northern England and the east of Scotland.
And yesterday, areas of West Yorkshire suffered flash flooding for the third time in just 2 weeks.
Eurozone finance ministers have agreed to offer Spain an initial loan of €30 billion by the end of this month to help the country's banks. A consensus was reached.
Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes have reached a divorce settlement, according to their lawyers. 10 days ago, the actress...
The Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh will greet the Olympic torch when it visits Windsor Castle today.
Yes, Roger Bannister.
Yep, those are the main stories with the time. At 8:10. We'll get a full weather forecast from Matt in about 5 minutes' time. It's not looking particularly cheerful.
No. 8:10. Prime Minister David Cameron is facing a possible Commons defeat later over plans for a mainly elected House of Lords.
Well, that call for change is being led by the Liberal Democrats, but more than 100 Conservative MPs are threatening to vote against the government on this.
So, to set this in its historical context, we have Professor John Tongue. Very good morning to you both. Baroness Meacher, viewers might have their own view about what Lords and ladies do. Do they need to be elected to do that effectively?
People have been, I remember discussing this issue, I remember since I was at school, and yet we never really get very far, although most of the rhetoric...
That's the bottom line, isn't it? That for those who say it should all be down to a vote, this is an issue, a central issue of democracy.
Giving speeches in largely empty chamber when they do come across them, and then occasionally blocking legislation from the House of Commons. I mean, what do people in the House of Lords do all day?
We do...
Professor Tom. And most of the Lords are elected. They're going to be elected for 15 years. That's quite a long time.
And one of the points, but the fact is you still have that lack of mandate. You still have that inability to justify...
Thanks very much indeed. And Baroness Meacher, our thanks to you as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
8:16. You're watching Breakfast, of course. Still to come on the programme this morning. Matt Taylor is at Croom Park in Worcester, where he has his own little drama this morning. Morning, Matt. Earlier on this morning, we saw the Olympic torch being carried through Oxford by Sir Roger Bannister, but in just 50 days' time, the Paralympic Games will start, and plans have been revealed for a 24-hour torch relay.
Flames will be lit in London, Belfast, Edinburgh and Cardiff, and then they'll be brought to the birthplace of the Paralympic Games, Stoke Mandeville, before heading to London. Well, Paralympian Chris Holmes, who's won a mere 9 gold medals, is the man behind himself of your amazing
swimming and an XL day pass here and an athletics event, and for the Olympic Park. Coming up, BBC News Channel.
Here on Breakfast, though, we have this. Different images there.
She certainly has. Look forward to meeting her. And Newton Faulkner a little bit later on. And our amazing tennis champion, Johnny Murray, is here as well. Time now, though, to get the news, travel and weather where you are.
Interesting that we should now be about to talk about Bradley Wiggins.
That'll be one of the things they say in his
Yeah,
ear.
interesting, isn't it? And you know, today on the Tour de France, it's a rest day. And I've just been doing a little bit of research about what they do on a rest day. Perhaps, you know, go for a sleep or lie down and see their friends. No, they go for...
But without hundreds of other people.
Yeah, it's called a leg loosener.
OK.
About 3 hours, apparently. Keeps the leg muscles moving, stops them from seizing up. So, yeah, a rest day, kind of, on the Tour de France.
Right.
Is it true that you considered actually giving up? Because you just weren't earning enough to keep yourself going?
Yeah, I mean, it can be quite difficult at times. It's
Doubles, because everybody focuses on the singles, don't they? Like, that gets all the attention. But actually, doubles tennis, it can be hugely enjoyable, really good fun for kids to start playing, a bit more of a team spirit about it. Is that how you find it? Perhaps?
Last time I played tennis, Sally, the racket was wooden.
Yeah, me too, actually. Congratulations.
Yeah.
yeah. Is it okay to mention All Play Tennis, by the way? The you know, the LTA have the initiative to kind of get people playing grassroots level, and allplaytennis.com is a great thing.
Well, Wimbledon certainly gets everybody interested.
Yeah. Johnny, what does this change for you now?
When you're playing with Frederick Nelson again, there,
I am, yeah.
bringing
Just
the
hold
trophy.
that trophy again.
Yes,
for
go
us.
on. Savour the moment.
Yeah. Give it one to the camera.
Thanks very much.
Okay,
Thank
thanks.
you.
8:41. Matt Taylor's at Croom Park in Worcestershire this morning with the weather. It's one of the stately homes being used as a backdrop for an open-air street dance, haven't they?
Terrific.
Well done. And this is going to lift your spirits. 12 months ago, our next guest was performing in small jazz clubs up and down England. But what a difference a year makes.
Yes, since then, Leanne Havas has built up quite a fan base, including Stevie Wonder and Prince. We're going to talk to her about her rise to fame.
You
Yes.
and your
Older lover.
older lover.
Only slightly.
What you say, yes, is a poetic licence.
Yeah, but ended up as such.
It's like a confessional.
Yeah, I
In a way,
suppose.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very distinctive sound too. Let's get another sample, shall we? This is Your Love Big Enough?
Listening carefully
Very
to the
closely.
lyrics.
Yes. Thanks very much. and we'll
Thank
see
you.
What, Prince? What, no, my battery's cutting out. I can hardly hear you.
Weather over the past couple of months has spoiled your summer. Spare a thought for the farmers.
After the wettest June on record, many are struggling with their harvests as fields had become waterlogged. What could it mean? Our reporter Charlotte Leeming is at one of the UK's biggest agricultural shows this morning, finding out. Morning, Charlotte.
Your arm.
I
Or
did.
one
No,
for your arm.
I broke my wrist, and it's actually got a large metal plate in it now. But it's fine. The only thing that
Tell us about the gig of the weekend. So because you performed particularly cloudy, which is so appropriate
Yes.
for you.
I
Is
know
this-
I'm getting the blame
Well,
for the
it's-
weather. It's
if you
definitely
will
not my
write, if you
fault.
will write rain dance music, this is what happens.
We're not seen by another. Stop looking down at the ground. He has made the album much better recorded, which is unexpected.
And you've also become a father.
I have, yeah. I've made a mini.
And Mini-Me is called...
This bottom lip out, and I was like, I'm really sorry. I
If you
have
get
to
him
go to
those
work.
really big earphones, you can take Mini-Me with you, can't you?
I know.
Thanks
I
very
love
much
it.
for coming to see us this morning.
Absolute pleasure.
Thank you. Newton's new album is called Write It On Your Skin. It's not about when he broke his arm.
And it's not about writing on plaster.
His UK tour starts in October.
Lovely to see you. Thank you so much. Is going to be here in just a moment. But first, before we talk to her, let's get a quick last look at what's happening where you are. Stay with us.
Welcome back.
She's an award-winning actress who's conquered the small screen, theatre and film world. You know her as the mum in the BBC series Miranda. I'm not going to say it. I'll leave it for Patricia Hodge to say. She's also graced the stage in productions like Calendar Girls and Money.
Now she's tackling a new role in a play called Dandy Dick, and she's here to tell us more. A look at the play. Is on tour in England until September the 1st.
It is. That is all from us for this morning. Join us tomorrow as we take a trip back to the 80s. We're going to have news on the Hit Factory Live concert, which pop impresario Pete Waterman is staging in London tomorrow night. Look forward to that tomorrow. Have a lovely day today.
We're going to leave you with Leanne Havas performing her single, Age.
Bye-bye.